was a time for heroes. One man could make the difference. One man's mission to win at all costs.
What's up everyone, my name's Greg, also known as the Carbonite, and this is my first attempt at releasing a YouTube video. So obviously the content in the background is Battlefield 3. I'm very new to this, so please give me your honest thoughts and feedback. Obviously comments, anything like that is always appreciated. It's just nice to know really how the video is being received, I guess. So I think I'll tell you a little bit about myself first of all, just to sort of give you a bit of background in this video. This video is actually 20 minutes long, so if you can bear with it, please do, because there are some good frags in there. I do post quite a hefty score at the end, which is definitely worth checking out, I would have said. But let me first start off by telling you a bit about myself. So I started actually in Doom on a 486 PC. This is really going back a long time now. A friend of mine, he must have been about 14 or 15, I guess, at the time, and bearing in mind now I'm 31 years old, so probably old enough to be your dad. Yeah, I started gaming when I was about 14-15 years old, as I say, on Doom on a 486 PC with a mate over a serial link cable of all things. So it wasn't even online gaming as such, but yeah, we used to play Doom every Saturday, Sunday afternoon, have a bit of a laugh at each other's houses, try and complete the game again in co-op mode or whatever. And then obviously when the other games came out, games like Doom 2, Quake then came out, Quake 2, some of these games, I mean, we're really going back quite a long time now. Some of the software studios are actually dead as well. I mean, obviously in today's climate, I guess that's not too big a deal, but back then, game producers, seen as sort of untouchable, I suppose, in that respect. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So I started, playing Doom, and then my first, I suppose, experience of online gaming was actually playing Quake, and a game called Quake World Team Fortress. Now, if anyone remembers Quake World Team Fortress and treasures it as much as I do, you are probably a friend of mine for life, because that game was just incredible. I mean, it really did change, push the boundaries, I suppose, for online gaming when it first came out, and everyone, I think, was blown away by it. The people that were playing Quake, suddenly they were thinking, God, this mod is amazing, and that's all it was. It was just a mod. In the same way, actually, that kind of the modern Battlefield stuff started out. I actually played the first Battlefield 1942 mod, which had the sort of modern weapons and so forth in it, and that changed everything. People were just thinking, God, this, if they get it right, if they released this game and it was top notch, this could be fantastic. And I suppose that's where Battlefield 3, has sort of come out from. That was the origin of Battlefield 3. So again, yeah, as I say, I used to play Quake World Team Fortress. Played with a clan called the Assassins, and ended up with that clan going over to Counter-Strike. This was Counter-Strike in the betas. We're talking sort of beta 4. I think I started playing Counter-Strike in. And yeah, I played for some pretty top level teams actually, in the CS scene in the UK. I went from this team, as I said, the Assassins, who used to play Quake. I went from them over to another team called H&D, and that was Hidden and Dangerous. Those guys, I mean, phenomenally talented, in terms of aim and skill. I mean, back in the days, the beaters, you old school Counter-Strike players will know what I'm talking about here. But it was all about aim, and all about bunny hopping, and tactics weren't really that much of that much of a thought, really, I suppose. So it ended up being more about how good people's aim was, rather than the sort of tactics and everything that you see in competitive Counter-Strike these days. But I did get into the competitive scene. I did actually play WCG UK qualifiers, some of the esports World Cup stuff as well. I played in a couple of top level clans, I guess, towards the end of my time playing Counter-Strike. That was probably about 10 years ago in itself, the last time I actually picked up a mouse and keyboard and played Counter-Strike. So that gives you, again, some sort of idea of how much time I've got in terms of online gaming now behind me. So I guess, in the 10 years that I didn't have a beastly PC to actually play games like Counter-Strike, Battlefield, when it all came out and everything started getting good, I was playing on Xbox. And my username on Xbox, if anyone wants to add me again, is _Carbonite. I spent a lot of time playing games on Xbox purely because I just didn't have a good enough PC. And as much as I missed playing on PC, Xbox was great fun, and that's what sort of got me back into Battlefield. Obviously, we started it originally back in the day, and then the mods that came out for it. I spotted Battlefield 3 came out on on Xbox and decided to just grab it, go for it. I think at the time I was playing all those horrible COD games, and no offense, guys, but Call of Duty now. It's not been good since COD 4, let's be honest. I mean, I'm not going to pull any punches here. I think that the COD games really have gone downhill, particularly since Modern Warfare 3 was the first one that really took a nosedive, I think. And that's when I decided to come over to Battlefield 3 on Xbox, purely because I just wasn't enjoying that game. I mean, the spawning system... someone please has got to tell me what the thinking was behind the spawn system in those games, because it's just retarded. You spawn literally straight in front of someone and they're shooting you in the face, and you've got no chance. And that would happen all the time in those games. But I suppose there is that side of the market. They still want to cater to that. But I think it sort of dumbs down the games, and I think it gets to a stage where all of the guns are pretty much the same, and there's just there's no enjoyment left in the game. It's just people running around, caring more about their KD than actually winning the game. And that's what I'm about, actually. Not KD. I'm actually about winning the game. So that was what the title was about. And by the way, that is actually me. That voice. I do quite a lot of different impressions. I can do all sorts of character voices, impressions, and all that sort of stuff as well. So you will see that actually coming up in some of the videos that I'll be posting. And that's something else I think I'd like to go on to, really. What kind of content I'm going to be putting up. Now, I play games, mostly FPS games. So we're looking at Battlefield 3, Far Cry, all those kinds of things, I suppose. And I would have said you're probably going to see quite a lot of that kind of content on my channel. Straight away, let's be honest, let's be upfront about everything. We're getting into a relationship here. Obviously, you want to know what you're getting from me. I kind of want to know what I'm getting from you. So let's be open and honest about this whole thing.
Cause I love you. That's right. I do. I love you. My audience, I'm gonna be doing all sorts of crazy stuff with my voice, and I'm gonna be talking to y'all like this,
and in a load of different voices as well. So really, that's kind of what you're gonna be getting from me. You fucking mook. Did I mention as well that I'm a bit of a potty mouth? So if you have a problem with people swearing on their videos and don't really like it, go fuck yourself, man. Of course, I'm only kidding when I say that, but that is pretty much me in a nutshell, really. Very dry sense of humour, pretty sarcastic, and I do swear quite a lot. So if you do have a problem with that, I'm just forewarning you, there is going to be probably quite a lot of swearing. But as we're all adults here, I don't think that's really going to matter too much. Well, I'm hoping it isn't anyway. So let's sit back and watch some of the gameplay.
Let's watch some tasty frags.
hey guys, I'm just gonna wander through here and shoot you all in the face if that's okay with you. Thank you very much. Oh, he might have seen. Oh, he has! He's definitely connected with his head! That's right, Blake, as he carefully moves around here. And there, he's coming into the doorway. What's he going to see? Oh, he sees a few guys. He empties the clip. He hits a double headshot. That's really nice. And he retreats. Oh, he sees another guy. What's going to happen? He's going to go up the stairs. Oh, he's going to get... Oh, he shot him down. And he's down. Oh... Probably shooting at a couple. He jumps down. Goodness. What on earth is he doing? Oh, for goodness sakes. Bloody hell. 5 bullets in the clip and he decides to jump down. For Christ's sakes. So guys, that was just a taste of a few different voices that I like to put on. Just again, random sorts of voices that you might hear from time to time in videos. A couple of sort of American style commentators, you know, an Aussie style commentator as well. I do really like doing the Australian accents, and I also like seeing people crater just like that guy. And yeah, so the commentary now, I guess, you know, I'm going to focus a bit more on, you know, talking to you guys, interacting with you guys, you know, throughout the videos. And one thing I wanted to ask is what you guys think about Battlefield 4, and you know, what that's actually going to be like. I mean, obviously we've all seen the videos, and I think we can all guess that it's going to be quite a game graphically. It looks pretty decent. I wouldn't say it was massively different to Battlefield 3 in terms of the graphics. You know, Battlefield 3 is a good-looking game anyway, so you know, there's never really going to be much of a step up, let's say, in terms of graphics. But so it just gets saved. My ass gets saved here. By someone in the gameplay. Yeah, I don't think graphically it was ever going to be, you know, outstanding compared to what we've got here in Battlefield 3. But yeah, I'm, you know, hoping that they're going to change some aspects of it, and that's a question for you guys as well. What would you hope would be the main changes that they're going to make from Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4? I think personally they've got to do something about the suppression effect. I mean, when your aim is better than someone else's, I think really you should be being rewarded for that, not being punished. So, for example, you know, you might see a shot or two here go missing purely because of the fact you're suppressed, and I think that's just wrong in some aspects. I think, you know, the game is punishing better players sometimes, and you know, that sort of harks back, I guess, to what I was saying about COD and how that game kind of dumbs down online gaming in some respects, and it makes it a lot easier. You know, all of the weapons have really manageable recoil. You know, there's only a few weapons that really sort of stand out from the rest, and they're the OP ones, but you know, virtually every gun in that game is pretty much the same. So you know, I think certainly Battlefield 4 needs to go away from that, definitely. You know, they need to get some variation in the guns. And I think one of the things that they need to do is sort out the assault class. The assault class, you know, it gets played an awful lot. You know, you'll see in the kill field hundreds and hundreds of kills of AEKs, M16A3s, M416, and you know, fair dues, I play with those classes quite a lot, just as much as anyone else, but I will tend to stick mainly towards recon, engineer, and support and assault, I guess. But you know, I think the assault class has just been given too many options. I think, you know, they've got grenade launchers, they've got the med pack, they've got assault rifles as well. I mean, assault rifles in this game, you know, they're pretty much of a muchness. All of them are quite similar, but with the high rate of fire ones, particularly in these types of games like the close quarters games I'm playing here, you know, those guns just shred through people, and you know, I think it's a little bit imbalanced really, and I think definitely Battlefield 4, you know, DICE are going to have to step up their game a little bit in balancing the classes and the guns a little bit better, because certainly the way it is, they couldn't leave it the way it is really. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking on Battlefield 4. But you know, let me know in the comments, guys, what you all think, and what you're sort of hoping for. You know, obviously apart from the obvious suppression alteration. I mean, I'd like to see suppression stay in the game, but as a visual effect, not making your bullets deviate constantly. You know, taking away from your skill or your aim. You know, your aiming ability as a player. So I think really that's kind of where we're at with Battlefield 4 in my opinion. But let me know again, like I say, your own thoughts, your own feelings on the subject. This game is actually coming to a close now, so probably what I'll do is just let it run out for you guys. You know, this has been my first Battlefield 3 commentary. Obviously, haven't given you a huge taste of what I'm about in terms of the voices and the different things that I can do. And my editing obviously is going to be minimal at the moment. You know, this is pretty much an entire game just spliced down, and you know, what I did was just, you know, go all out in close quarters game and, you know, cut out the boring bits or as much of the boring parts as I could, but still making it sort of make sense as such. So it actually looks like a proper game that I've played through here. We're getting a nice two-piece at the end here. Yeah, I like Battlefield 3. You know, I'm really hoping Battlefield 4 is going to be a top-class game. You know, we're going to let this one run out. You know, as I said, let me know in the comments, you know, in terms of what you think of the video content, what you think of the audio content, you know, my gameplay, stuff that I can do differently, like not dying to this guy, for example. Yeah, you know, let me know your thoughts. And again, as well, this is all about connecting with people and you know, having a good laugh. You know, that's what I'm about. I don't take any of this seriously. I'm not, you know, as competitive as I was. I mean, you know, I do like playing to win, and that's the whole point for me with Battlefield. You know, that's what I like about Battlefield is people just tend to be more on their game in this game than a lot of others. You know, they're always thinking about their team, well, more so, I guess, apart from the times when you see me running around asking for med packs and supports to drop ammo packs. But yeah, you know, that's beside the point. Every game, you know, there's going to be people that just don't pay any attention to the people around them. But, you know, that's life. You know, that's just how things are. But anyway, I've been Carbonite. This has been my first Battlefield 3 gameplay, and we're going to just let it run out now. It's pretty much the last moments of the game here. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So I've been Carbonite, and welcome to my channel, and to many more gameplays.